How are you, Mr. ChandraBhan Prasad? I wanted to introduce myself. I am Ira Parmar. I am an alumni of the University of Pennsylvania, and I have been working with many Dalit SMEs. So my question to you is, what is the purpose behind your idea of Dalit banks? Thanks.
Mr. Prasad, good morning. Dalit banks would be great, and you keep writing on this issue. Can you please explain me your objectives of Dalit banks? Nidhi Shannon, Gold Jewelry Wholesaler, Delhi.
Good morning, Mr. Prasad. Abhishek from Delhi University. So my question to you is, when there are so many banks, what is the need of Dalit banks?
Hello, dear all. This is ChandraBhan Prasad. Thank you, Nidhi's Gold, Abhishek and Ira. Yes, that is the question everybody is asking. What is the purpose of this Dalit bank? In particular, when there are so many banks, then why this Dalit bank? Answer is simple. When blacks can have dozens of banks in the US, when blacks can have several hundred credit unions, when there can be so many private banks in India, when there can be so many funding institutions in India, when there can be so many small private banks in India, why can't Dalits also have their own banks? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 10, 20, 100 Dalit banks in this country. That's the need of the hour. The question is, what is the exact purpose? Yes, we know about banking. Banking means taking deposits from people and lending it to the needy. Deposit rate, interest rate would be less, say 5%, but lending rate would be say 10%, 8%, 9%. That's the history, that's the tradition the world over about banking. But, and bank gives credit to, loans to needy, and if there is a Dalit bank, the Dalit entrepreneurs can easily take loan. But my purpose of Dalit bank is not what the purpose of banking industry is. My purpose of Dalit bank is a bank or a fund worth 100 crore rupees. There would be only deposits and no withdrawals. I am saying this because at this point of history, when government jobs are going away, when public sector is being privatized, there is a very grim future ahead. दलितों का फ्यूचर बहुत अच्छा नहीं है जब सरकारी बैंक, सरकारी संस्थाएं खत्म हो रही हैं. तो सवाल ये उठता है, then the question arises at this point of time, will Dalit bank solve all that? No, that is not my objective. My objective of Dalit banks is to create trust amongst Dalit middle class, trust within fellow Dalits, because whenever I have asked people about the necessity of Dalit banks, everybody from Chennai to Punjab, from a doctor to a IITian to a professor to a commoner, everybody is saying, on whom can we trust? There is a massive amount of distrust within Dalit community, mutual distrust. Everybody thinks that my money will be looted. The guy will take away my money, run away from this country. Why this distrust amongst our own brethren? I know Dalit people who have worked in one office for 20-30 years and they marry their children. but they are not prepared to deposit 10,000 or 10 lakh rupees in somebody's name, in the colleague's name. So that is the reason Dalits have not been able to produce top class institutions. Tell me any school except Spurti Dhama in Bangalore, probably Dalits have created any public school? Have Dalits created any media organization? Have Dalits created any club where membership is sought and bought? To my understanding, the distrust amongst ourselves is the prime cause why Dalits are going to lose their golden period. So let there be an account in the name of a couple, wife and husband. Their name is not known. They would create a trust. A trust can be created with two members. Let there be hundreds and hundreds of people depositing money in that account without knowing the name of account holder. Account holder's name would be known in a group of people in Delhi and in Chennai, in Bombay, in Nagpur, in Chandigarh, Jalandhar, Calcutta, Lucknow. People will know who these account holders are. So the objective is that Dalits should know. It should become a news amongst Dalits that there is a bank account held by an unknown Dalit couple and people are depositing money in that. People are depositing 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, 50,000, 1 lakh rupees. Dalits have come to believe that this Dalit couple will not run away from our money. So my objective of the Dalit Bank is to create trust within Dalits. दलितों पर भरोसा हो. हमने जालंधर में एक नौजवान दलित जिन्होंने बामशेप में काम किया है. I met a Dalit in Jalandhar and he has worked with the Bamshep for many years. When I asked who are the people who say that whom to trust, किस दलित पर भरोसा करें, तो उनका लाइफ का एक्सपीरियंस है. He may be 35 years of age. The man 35 years in age who has worked with the Bamshep, he says the people, the Dalit who do not give contribution, who do not give chanda to anybody, they are the first to say whom to believe. So दलितों में जो किसी को चंदा नहीं देते हैं, चंदा न देना पड़े इसके लिए कहते हैं हम किस पर भरोसा करें. इसी वजह से दलितों का कोई बड़ा बैंक नहीं बन पाया, कोई बड़ा फंड नहीं बन पाया. Since Dalits, those Dalits who do not want to contribute to any Dalit cause, they are the ones who say that whom to believe. This guy will take money and vanish from here. So because of this distrust and the question of money, there is a huge amount of unheard of distrust on the question of money. My idea of bank is to create trust amongst fellow Dalits. Fellow Dalits should have this idea of money that if there is a Dalit fund worth 5 crore and that Dalit couple has ran away from this planet, from this continent, the Dalit consciousness should be all right. He has ran away with 5 crore rupees, but he is a brother Dalit. He is a sister Dalit. He will enjoy a good life, or maybe he will send his kids to USA, UK, Australia, Canada to study. The money is within our community, even if somebody has fled with that 5 crore. Unless Dalits develop this kind of confidence among themselves, by the year 2050, our golden period will be over and the clock will be set back. So the Dalit Bank is an idea. If a Dalit, in olden days, if somebody had an elephant, what was the use of elephant? No. But the fact that one person, one particular community has elephants and horses, that family or that caste was feared. People respected out of fear sometimes. If there is a Dalit Mercedes BMW car rally in Delhi in coming years, then people will develop a different perception about Dalits. Oh my God, Dalits, so many Mercedes, BMWs. If there are 10 Dalit-owned banks, the day Dalits have 10 banks or 10 funding institutions of their own, members of parliament, MLAs, ministers would have a different opinion of Dalits. Dalits will be heard. There are around 100 Dalit members of parliament in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. They are not feared, they are not respected, they are not heard because they are considered to be coming from a community of ration card holders. Please keep in mind, India's middle class does not respect Dalit leaders, MPs, MLAs and ministers and officers because they think these guys belong to a community of ration card holders that cannot survive on its own unless state gives them free wheat, free rice, free salt and everything free. To break that stereotype, whether Dalit Bank of my idea gives loan to any Dalit or not, that is immaterial. 10 Dalit banks will change the imagery of Dalit middle class and Dalit community, and that's the purpose of this Dalit bank. And let Dalits debate among themselves that with so much of income, let me say, if you have a relative in either of the oil companies, Bharat Petroleum, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, Indian Oil, ONGC, if the officer is 30 years of service, his total salary including bonus and all other benefits may be 4 lakh rupees or more in a month. And if there are 10,000 Dalits earning 4 lakh rupees each a month and not having a bank, it speaks much about our character. What kind of guys these are? With so much of wealth, they cannot create, they have not created a single Dalit bank or fund. I am hearing stories, I know 2 banks, one bank in Bombay collapsed, another bank in Nagpur collapsed, in Pune collapsed, another bank in Nagpur is struggling, and some people are saying there are 1 or 2 cooperative banks in Gujarat. That is good. I would visit them. I would make videos on them if they actually exist. Otherwise, with so much of wealth, if Dalit community cannot create banks or Dalit fund worth 100 crore, 1000 crore rupees, then our future is doomed. Thank you all.